Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am a huge makeup enthusiast. If you haven't seen any of my other prior videos, you might not know that. And I have a very, very large makeup collection. So today's video is going to be going through some of the stuff in my makeup collection. Now, if you're somebody that is a makeup enthusiast like I am, or somebody that, collects makeup or really enjoys it, you might have a vast collection yourself of stuff that you've never even tried. A few of the items I'm going to be playing with today, I have tried before, just not to any great extent. So I wanted to create a full face of products that I've had laying in my drawers, my makeup drawers. Some of the stuff is new, some of the stuff I just got over the past few days. But right now, I'm not buying a whole lot of makeup because I've already got more than I could ever use in a lifetime. So I'm trying to start working my way through all of the products that I do have. I do want to give credit to where this video idea came from. One of the first YouTubers I ever followed as far as makeup goes was Amy from Amy Loves Makeup. I really enjoy Amy's channel because she is honest and she is classy. Not to mention, she's really good at makeup and she knows her stuff. If you have not checked out Amy Loves Makeup, go check her out and you'll see what I'm talking about. So that's where I got this idea from today. So if that sounds like something you guys would like to watch, keep on watching. Okay, so the first product that I'm going to go in with today is actually a newer product. This is the First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. I do have really oily skin, and this is supposed to smooth and blur and mattify, so I thought this sounded like something I could use. I'm hoping it works. Oh, and just so you know, I decided to do another video with natural lighting, which I'm sure you can tell, but I picked a really crappy day for it because the sun keeps going behind the clouds, and it's actually not that sunny out to begin with. So if you notice later on in my video where it gets a lot brighter, it's because I gave up on the whole natural lighting thing and decided to use my ring light. So hopefully that doesn't happen. This says apply evenly over clean face, follow with makeup or wear alone for a matte pore-free look. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to my face. That smells like watermelon? I'm not really sure what they put in this. Like, it almost smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. That's what this smells like. I can feel the silicone in it. And it is pilling up on my skin. Wonderful. I do have in my drawer, whether it be between like full-size versions and sample versions, probably well over 50 different primers. So it has to be pretty incredible for me to wear it on a regular basis. Did it mattify? I think it did. Did it fill in my pores? Ever so slightly. I have super deep pores though. They're like craters. That's what happens when you get older. The next product I do want to use just to fill in the pores a tiny bit more is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. I bought this months ago because Tati Westbrook swears by it. I have used it a couple times. I don't know if you guys can see like the little dip in there. I haven't worn it enough to really know if I like it or not, because I think products react differently with different products. I'm just going to fill in right up here, which is where my pore problem area is. I will tell you, the first couple times I did try this primer, I wasn't totally sold on it. I guess especially as much as she raves about it, I was waiting for a miracle to happen, and it didn't happen. So does anybody else watching have like products sitting around that you either bought because it was on sale, or because you had a bunch of Ulta points, or because Tati Westbrook or Samantha Ravendall or Kathleen Lights told you how wonderful it was? I know I can't be alone in that. That wraps up primer. Now I'm going to move on to my foundation. I just haven't gotten around to playing with it yet, and to be honest with you, I'm afraid it might be a little dark. I'm kind of scared because I do have to go pick my daughter up from school when I'm done this, and I don't want to look like a complete psycho. The foundation that I'm going to be using is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter High Coverage Cream Foundation. And this one is in the shade Shortbread 200B. I think it would be my best bet to use a damp beauty blender with this one. But this does look a little bit dark, so I'm worried. All right, I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand first. I mean, on my skin, it doesn't look too bad. A little bit. I'm going to try that first. because I've heard this is like super cake face, super full coverage. I might have put too much primer on. I hope not. Coffee pot is struggling right now. Honestly, it really doesn't look that bad. This is definitely too dark for the rest of my body. It's oxidized big time. I don't know if you guys can see that. I mean, that foundation covered really nice. It's just the lines. I want to fake like I'm 20-some, at least for a couple more years. Okay, so I have a few options in front of me as far as concealer goes. I do have one that I don't ever remember using, but it's halfway empty somehow. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, which is a pretty popular concealer. I'm going to use this Morphe M173 brush. Very good for using for concealer. You can use it to kind of tap it in here. You can use it to blend it all over your lid. I really like it for that purpose, so that's what I'm going to use to put this concealer underneath my eye. We're going to see if it can cover up these dark circles. We don't want to make it look like I've been up for, 36 hours. Are you working? Oh, it's on there. Okay, then. I skipped an important step, y'all. Oh, I forgot. Something I've been doing here lately underneath my eyes is I've been putting a little bit of the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Face Base. I've been putting like a really tiny bit of that underneath my eyes to moisturize, and I've been loving it for that reason. Don't like it on the rest of my face because it makes it too oily, but on just my under eyes, it's wonderful. I'm gonna have to put some light on. It's getting like really dark. Dang it. Okay, so I kind of had a feeling that was gonna happen. It got way too dark out there to do any kind of filming, so I had to bring my beauty lights out. I'm hoping that I'm not all washed out looking, and I'm hoping there's some color. Now, what I've been doing here lately is I have not been setting my under eye area. I find when I do set it, it looks way too dried out and crepey and just not good. So I am not going to set that area. I am going to go over top my eyelids with a concealer, and I'm going to set my eyelids. That way I have a base put down for my eyeshadow. So I think I'm going to go in with the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. This one is in the shade Light 2. It's in the shade Vanilla. I did not get a whole lot of use out of this when I first bought it. I mean, you can see the little dip that's taken out of it. Okay, so I'm going to take this Real Techniques. This is the Deluxe Crease Brush, and I'm going to use this to put concealer on my eyes. I kind of like this for that purpose. And I'm going to apply that NARS Soft Matte Concealer to my eyelids. And then we're going to set that. Okay, I am going to set my face with the Pretty Vulgar Translucent Setting Powder. We did get this in our Boxy Luxe for December. I've only used this a couple times. I don't really have a full opinion on it. I'm going to set my eyelids first. I think I wiped some of that foundation off my forehead because you could see some of the discoloration. But it was just looking kind of cray-cray. I think I really do like this powder brush. Okay, so another product that I have, but I haven't picked it up in probably well over 6 months, is the Tarteist Pro Glow Palette. If any of you guys have this, this palette really is a nice, you gotta excuse it, it's really filthy. It was pretty well used when I first got it, but now I haven't touched it in like 6 months. And I don't know why, because it's a really pretty palette. It's got 4 different highlighting shades up top, and then at the bottom, you've got a powder contour, and then you have the cream contour over here. So really, oh, and it smells like chocolate. So it's a really good palette. And these highlighters, they feel kind of like cream. So I think I'm going to try to use this contour powder. It's called Sculpt. I've never used that powder in this palette, and it's so creamy and buttery feeling. So I do want to try to use that. Like, this was the first face palette I bought, I'm pretty sure. It smells so freaking good. I actually really like that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is my highlighter. Let's do highlighter. I feel like maybe I should go in with the Totist Pro Glow again. I want to take this shade here. This one is called Stunner, and it's this one over here. Let's just dab a little bit of that on my cheeks and see what we can come up with. Okay, I'm going to use the Morphe M501. That's just a really fluffy, what I like to use as a highlighting brush. Wow. You guys see that? Just very pretty highlight. I'm going to drag a little bit of that down the center of my nose as well. This highlighter is legit. Oh my god. Not really sure why I stopped using this. Like, this is so pretty. I am like super impressed with it. I got the Brow Gal Instant Brow Hair. Did I get this in an Ipsy bag? I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I really wish I could remember, but I don't remember where I got this from. But I have that. And then I also have the Precisely My Brow Pencil, because believe it or not, I've never used this one. I've used the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit. We're going to use a combination of these items. We are going to start with the Brow Gal to give my brows some shape and some volume. Because what it does is it's going to grip on to every single little baby hair that you don't even realize is there. And it's going to tint it, and it's going to add fibers to it and make it look, you know, fuller. If you look between the two, you can already tell the distinct difference. I might even like this brow gel better than the Gimme Brow, which is crazy because the Gimme Brow I use on a daily basis. Okay, so this is what I have so far with the eyebrows. All I have done to this point is use the Brow Gal. So now I'm going to fill in where I need to with the Precisely My Brow from Benefit. In all honesty, I don't feel like I need to do a whole lot. They're a little uneven, but beyond that, they're definitely a lot fuller than they were. Little trick, if you ever mess up on your brows and you used a beauty blender, just kind of tap back around that after you've wiped off, and it'll kind of fix it a little bit because it'll still have foundation on it. I'm going to use this ColourPop Super Shock Cheek. This one is in the shade Count Me In. It's from their spring line. It's like a really pretty bright pink color. So I'm going to be very careful when I go in with this because it is so bright. I don't want to have like bright rosy cheeks. All right, I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk blush brush. I mean, where's the pigment? How the heck are you supposed to use these? Like I'm scraping my brush across this. Look at this. Watch it apply really pigmented to my cheeks. And then I'll cry because I'll look like a clown. Oh, okay. That's actually really pretty. It's very spring-like. Dig back into it for the other cheek. Like, there's got to be a better way to do this. I mean, I really like that it's pretty. I'm surprised because when you look at it in the pan, it really is, I don't know if you guys can see how pink it is. It's like super pink. But I don't know, when you apply it to the skin, especially with a brush, it's just a little bit more toned down. I really like that. Okay, so the next course of action is going to be my eyeshadow. The one that I'm thinking about playing with today is the Sweet Talk palette. This is their spring edit, and this palette is just gorgeous. Let me show you that. I actually already filmed a video using this, but I didn't realize the entire time, like I had it zoomed in, and my eyeball was like down here the whole time I was blending. So, can't use that footage. Some of these shades are just like really unique. This one up here is actually a Super Shock shadow, and it is that cream formula. You guys can see that. I mean, it's just gorgeous. It's pretty. And then these are actually pressed glitters right here. And those are also super unique, and they're just gorgeous. So I'm not really sure what look I want to come up with today. I don't like the background is like orange. Okay, I do apologize for like the shift in the color. I realized I had my overhead light on and it was causing this weird like orangey tone in the background. So I did cut that off. I am going in with the Sweet Talk palette from ColourPop. I think you can see it a little bit better in this lighting. I'm going to take the first shade, Catch Me, that's this one here, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. I'm just going for like a really pretty like spring look. I know this video is all over the place and I'm so sorry. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next color. I want to pick up this shade called Work It. It's this really pretty, like, mustardy, peachy shade, kind of. And so far I've had this foundation on for probably, I would say like 3 or 4 hours. And it looks really good. I didn't even put on like a finishing spray or anything, and it looks pretty good. I want to deepen it up a little bit. I think I want to go in with West Side and start packing that on. It's like a very unique color, in my opinion. It's like an orangey kind of rusty orange. And I am bringing that up just a little bit higher because of my hooded eyes. Now I did build that orange up just a little bit, like higher than my crease, because I wanted it to be seen. I want it to be more of like that peachy vibe. I'm gonna dip into the shade ICYMI, which stands for In Case You Missed It. I'm gonna start packing that right on the outside here. And I'm gonna just kind of keep this right in the crease, like right below that brow bone. I don't want to bring this one too high. So far, I have zero fallout on my cheeks. Like none. These shadows are just very nice quality and they blend so nicely. This is a $12 palette, I think. You know what? This might be $16. I don't remember. Actually, I don't know how much this one was. $18? I'm not sure. But it's cheap compared to what you get if you were buying like an Urban Decay palette or an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. It's really good quality. And it's totally worth the money, in my opinion. Okay, I'm kind of torn at the moment because I'm not sure what I want to do here. I know what I'm using as an inner corner highlight. I do have this Stila, what is this? Their Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow. This is like their duochrome line. This one is Yellowtails. It is so pretty. It's like this white with a yellow duochrome to it. It's gorgeous. But I think it would look really nice with the eye look I have right now. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really pretty. It's pretty. I think I'm going to put some just flat color on my lid, and then we're going to go in with this really pretty chunky glitter. I think that's what we should do. Okay, so I have a mixing medium from NYX. I've used this a couple times. This stuff is amazing at getting stuff to stick on your lid, especially if it's like glitters or pigments. All you have to do is like put this on the back of your hand and mix some glitter in with it or mix some pigment in with it, and it's like a paste. Like, it's not going anywhere. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix it in with this glitter and apply that to my lids, and I think it's going to look amazing. Okay, so I'm going to put some of that on the back of my hand, that mixing medium. This is going to be interesting. And then I'm going to pick up some of this Prima Drama glitter. Oh, it's chunky. And I'm going to mix that in with this mixing medium. Just like that. The only thing is with this is you got to move a little quick, because if you don't, it's going to stick. And then you're going to be stuck with it like wherever you put it. Oh no, it's going to dry. Oh boy. That's pretty. That's really pretty. I mean, do you see how pretty that looks? I'm going to tap into this orangish shade called Meadow, just so I can like blend that in a little bit. I don't know if that's really helping. Okay, I think what I'm going to do now that I'm done for the most part with the eyes, I do have that Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow. I'm going to use that on my inner corner. I think it would be really pretty. I'm just gonna... Ooh. I like that. I don't know if you guys... Oh yeah, you can see it. That's really pretty. Oh, I really like that. That is so pretty. So to highlight my brow bone, I also brought out this Benefit Highbrow because since receiving this, I got it in like a set a long time ago. I don't even think I've used it once. And it's for this reason. It is to highlight your brow bone. So let's do that. I probably should have done this before my eyeshadow. Kind of blend it. This product is actually really good. That made that super simple. Okay, now that I've got that done, I've got my eyebrows finished, I've got my eyeshadow done, the rest of my face is done. I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out. In person, the blush and the contour is a lot darker than what you see on camera, and it looks nice though. It's something I would wear like every day. It's not overpowering. The mascara that I'm going to use today is the Voluminous Lash Paradise, and this is from L'Oreal. This is like their version of well, it's not their version. This is like a dupe for the Better Than Sex from Too Faced. So we're going to use that because I think I've used it like once. And then we have lipstick and we're finished, and we're going to call it a night. Well, we're not actually going to call it a night. I'm going to go do homework and, you know, then I'm going to call it a night. Okay, let's go ahead and throw this mascara on. It's been a while since I was able to sit down and just play with some color and play with some makeup. I had a lot of fun today doing that. My coffee. Can you stick it right there for me? Just put it right on top of the plate. Thank you. I'm pretty sure you make me coffee in every single one of my YouTube videos.
I'm pretty sure you do.
If it's not every one of them, it's like almost every one. When I'm doing my makeup for like just everyday makeup, out and about type stuff, I usually don't have the time to sit down and do stuff like this because I'm always in a hurry. So when I actually do have the time to do this and just play, I get a little carried away and it takes me a while. I decided to use this really pretty pastel purple for my eyeliner. It's different. If I don't like it, I'll go over it with something else or I'll wipe it off, but I kind of like it. It's unique. It just kind of like, because it's so like light colored, it just opens up my eyes a little bit. It's different. What do you guys think? I think it's really pretty. I like that. This is the ColourPop liner in Crybaby. This is one of their newer eyeliners. Last but not least is the lipstick. I believe I have a lot of ColourPop here, and reason being is ColourPop is a really good brand, and they're really good as far as finances are concerned. They're not going to cost you an arm and a leg, and I like that they have constant sales going on. It's just one of those brands where it's such good quality for, you know, reasonable amount of money. I think I'm going to go in with something a little nude just because the eyes are pretty loud. I'm just going to go ahead and fill these puppies in. Alright guys, that wraps up this makeup look. So I hope you had as much fun as I did watching me create this. I used a lot of good products today, stuff that I really shouldn't have even let sit as long as I have. I really am pleased with how this turned out. That ColourPop palette is like perfection. I love it. I've used it a few times now, and every time I've used it, I've absolutely loved the way the look turns out. This Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow is gorgeous. Like this inner corner, I love it. I love that duochrome, that yellow duochrome. I really want to get like the whole line of these. I wish they weren't expensive, because I would. The Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. This is a really good mascara, especially for drugstore. Like, I'm really digging this, and this is so much cheaper than buying that Better Than Sex Too Faced mascara. So if you haven't tried this yet, you really should give it a try. It is fantastic. This ColourPop blush, the Count Me In, their Super Shock Cheek. This was so beautiful. I'm honestly surprised at, I don't know, I thought it was going to be overpowering, and it's really not. So I really did enjoy this. I think it looks really pretty on my cheeks. The Tarteist Pro Glow. I'm going to pull this back into my makeup rotation. I thought that that contour shade was amazing. It really suited my fair skin tone. The highlighters are bomb. They're beautiful. So I'm glad that I decided to pick this up and play with this today. The Huda Beauty foundation. I actually really like this. At first it looked really heavy, and that might just be because of the primers I used underneath. I did use the First Aid Beauty mattifying primer underneath, and then I put on top of that the Tarte Timeless primer, the smoothing primer. So I think it was too much primer, number one. And number two, I think I used too much foundation. I went pretty heavy with it. So I think that's why it was settling into my lines and looking really cakey. But once I took that damp beauty blender and went back over it and took some of that, you know, that cake off of it, it actually looks really nice. I don't think it looks too heavy on my skin. It looks actually really skin-like. I mean, you guys can see it totally fixed my complexion. I really, really enjoy this, and I'm excited that I have this and that I can start using this in my everyday makeup wear. The Lippy Pencil. I already told you I love their lip pencils from ColourPop. If you haven't tried them yet and you're looking for a good lip pencil, give them a try. They're super cheap and they're very high quality. The Age Rewind from Maybelline. I'm on the fence with this one. I don't think this one did a whole lot for me. And then I set my face with the Pretty Vulgar Loose Setting Powder. I'm digging it. It's, you know, it blurred my makeup a little bit. It's making it last a little longer. I think it looks nice. Alright guys, if you liked this video, please take the time to give it a big old thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what else you'd like to see from me. Let me know if you have any of the products that I used today and what your thoughts are on those products. I'm especially excited to know if anybody else is using the Sweet Talk palette from ColourPop, and if so, do you love it as much as I do? Because this eye look, I don't know how it's translating on camera right now, but in person, it looks pretty sweet. I like it. So that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please take the time to subscribe if you do like my videos. Come back and see me again soon. Thanks again for hanging out, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.